James, I don't care what stars they give you. You're a 5-star. You've been a 5-star. Which is much part there. Listen, man, University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Does you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person to play?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
Man, he was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how this gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties.
Uh huh.
And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
Because
up.
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, and then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we're just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the line, the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's
just him
yeah.
helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's it. That's him playing chess with the team. I told
Yeah.
the kid. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play, then you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. And like, after that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Dog, they didn't touch you. Like,
Yeah, like they did.
explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds.
I mean,
Is it something? Is it a swim move or something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for Oolong.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what this nigga bullshit.
Big time players step up in big game. All the criticize and all that is over, baby. Big time players step up in big game.
what's good? Y'all let us know in the comment section where y'all from. Let us know in the comment section where y'all from. Today is a big day. Huge day. About to announce the NFT $1,000 winner. Huge day for the winner. I'm going to announce their wallet. If their name's not there, we'll just give their wallet name and we'll go from there. But that's about to go down. But first thing first, man, I'm D. We about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball on this Tuesday. 786-459-499 if you want to get down with IOD squad. That's 786-459-499 if you want to get down with IOD. I'm bring my boy Rich in here with me. I'm gonna bring Rich in here. Me and Rich gonna talk. Rich is definitely my NFT guru, man. We do the NFT thing together. So we're gonna bring him in here. We're gonna talk a little bit about the NIL too, also about the NIL and will the NIL make kids lazy? Will it mess up college football? And we're gonna touch a little bit on that. Rich, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on, Street?
Chilling, man, chilling. The day the big day, man. We finally finna give away this $1,000, man. I thought they all thought we were joking. They thought it was a game. They thought it was a game. But it's real.
It's really happening.
Yeah, it's about to go down. But first thing first, man. The NIL. NIL and the market moving the way the market moving the way it's moving. They saying Kid Addison just got a house
in California.
$2 million. A house in California, $2 million. Do you think it's some way that that these kids go lazy? It can make them lazy. It can mess the game up, or it could anything of that nature. You think anything of that's possible?
Well, I will say this: we have a lot of small sample cases of guys that it probably would have been good for them to get paid in college. The most recent sample size is Justin Ross, where he had an amazing freshman year. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was unstoppable during the national championship game against Clemson, Alabama. And a guy like him 2-3 years ago would have most definitely benefited from NIL as it stands today. Now,
of course. Mm-hmm.
A guy who's as talented as he is goes undrafted.
Right.
I mean, that whether we like it or not, whether we understand it or not, that young man has to live with that. And I'm telling you, it's much harder to live with. Guaranteed money in the first round versus a couple $100,000, and you still have the same injury that is probably going to get worse if you continue to play.
He got picked up. Who picked him up? Kansas City.
Kansas City.
What was it? He had a serious injury, right?
Yeah, it was which some of the guys in the group me mentioned it. It was an injury where every time he gets hit, his I guess his spinal cord is too close to the bone or something like that. So it causes kind of like a stinger effect when he gets hit. And he's had it for since he was a kid, but of course, with the doctors you have in college, he wasn't diagnosed with that until he got to college. So it's really debilitating. It's really debilitating. We've had, I think, 2 hurricanes have to basically end their careers because of a similar injury to their neck. So I'm on Richards and the corner, Malik Young, I think his name was.
And Wilder, the guy at Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah, Wilder. Remember Wilder, the guy, the linebacker out of KC that committed on Footballville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I think it was 3 of them.
So I
Right.
mean, you could. That's another sample size. Look at Amon Richards. So had NIL been a thing when he was in college, I mean, gosh, yeah, I would. You could only imagine. Um, so there's that aspect of the sport. There's that aspect of it, and I don't think the question is whether a kid will be lazy, because I guarantee you're gonna have Jamarcus Russells out there who gets a bag and kind of hangs it up. But
Right.
I would almost say this to you. If you do have guys who know that they don't have to go to the league in order to get a bag, does that not make the league better? Because
Say it again. Say it again. If you have guys,
if you have guys who know that they can get paid in college and they get their money in college and they decide that they do not want to go to the league, it was never for them. We even heard Ricky Williams. I've heard Ricky Williams say before that his whole dream was to be a Texas Longhorn, and that's what he wanted to do. He didn't. If he said if you would have gave him $1 million, he would have played college football and never went to the NFL.
wait up 1 second. I'm gonna interrupt you for 1 second because I was looking for this part of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That part of that video right there. This is James Cook's NFT.
Uh-huh.
And what's significant about this interview? I mean, well, another thing. I mean, it's 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions is really significant. But what else is significant about it is during the middle of the game, I was savvy enough to look in the stands and catch his mama dancing.
Right.
Listen,
Yo,
that's skill, dog.
That's superior. I was just about to say it. Superior quality, superior skill with the camera. And I hope people understand what they're seeing. I hope
that is fun. The mom of Dalvin Cook,
right.
James Cook, Anthony Jones, who ran all over us. Well, Anthony Jones is the uncle. So yeah, I never figured that part out. I ain't get that. You know what I'm saying? And DeAndre, I think that DeAndre, the other who averaged 32 points in high school basketball, would play overseas basketball.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. She's about as epic as they are. I told her she had to come on the show and tell all the women what position do you have to have sex in to have 2 NFL running backs. She thought that was funny. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Just gotta be let
back on topic.
That's all. But absolutely. So I just touching base on that NFT. Whenever James Cook has a game like this in the playoffs, when he plays for the Bills, I hope everybody out there understands that this is the type of footage they're going to look for when they start saying, where did he come from? Where did he get this type of skill set to have, a pass catching touchdown as well as running the rock and having a touchdown that way. So that's the impact of this particular footage, and you captured it, and he's a gamer. That's he's always been like that. So that's definitely a really interesting NFT to have.
Right.
But going back to the NIL stuff, I would say that it's not normal for us. Like, we see it, and college football as well as basketball has been hampered for so long in terms of guys getting money in shoe boxes and us hearing hearsay about guys getting paid, that now when it's out in the open and you're seeing kids, exercise their option out in the open to go play based on, what's afforded to them, it's weird. But at the end of the day, what we don't see a lot of times is we don't see the parents who sacrifice a lot to get to the kid in that program. The parent who put a lot of money into the camps that the kids go to. And now you have to keep your fingers crossed for 3, 4, sometimes 5 years to see if that kid either makes it and makes that first paycheck in the NFL, or if they come out of school with a severe leg injury that, they're going to have to go to the hospital for, for the rest of their life.
Right.
So going to the NFL is like Russian roulette.
You said
It's like Russian roulette. Yeah. I mean, 1%
goes.
go.
Yeah.
Think about this. Think about this. Charleston Rambo didn't get drafted.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen my 20, 30 years of watching football. I don't think I've ever seen a wide receiver break records at their college and not get drafted.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I've ever seen
that comment may not that comment may not live well.
No, I'm saying this at the wide receiver position. Like we've seen it at quarterback.
I get exactly what you're saying. This is a comment on my Instagram video. Jerry Stearns. You know who that is?
No.
Jerry Stearns. Let's see. Jerry Stearns. Jerry Stearns is a wide receiver for Western Kentucky. Does he count? They say Jerry Stearns have a 1,900 yards, 18 touchdowns this year, and he didn't get drafted either.
Yeah, but everybody's always going to bring up that question. Okay, he played for Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Half of the teams that they play are high caliber high school teams at best, right?
And he's 5'9".
And he's 5'9", right? And you and I both know that, especially if you're from down here, from South Florida, you go to any high school in Florida, I guarantee you see a whole bunch of 5'9" wide receivers. And not to take anything away from the young man at all, but because to have 1,900 yards, you do have to be very durable. I'll tell you that much. You have to play every game. So hats off to him about that. But it's a lot of guys that are have his same avatar, right? That you can plug and play. So it's not, it is what it is. And you even see it sometimes like a Hunter Renfrow, where Hunter Renfrow didn't get drafted because he had 1,900 yards. He got drafted because he was efficient at that size. So he caught everything. If you threw him the ball 5 times, he caught the ball 5 times, and it was for significant yardage. It was the 3rd and 13 catches, the 4th and 2 catches. And that's what made him ultimately get drafted. So sometimes you could have 1,900 yards, but the 1,900 yards came in the 4th quarter predominantly. So you could have you've had running backs who've done that before, where it's all 4th quarter yardage. So all of that is taken into consideration. But I'm saying real ballers, like when you look at that Miami team, and you look at who's broken records at Miami, all of those guys have had successful careers in the NFL. So the pedigree is there. So it's not like you don't have a sample size of what you're going to get from the University of Miami. You look at Leonard Hankerson, you look at Alan Hearns, both of those guys have played multiple years in the NFL. So this is what we're stacking that up against, where a guy was the number 1 receiver for a school that has historically put players in the NFL who have had careers in the NFL. not just got drafted. So that's why I say what I said, and rightfully so. We're gonna see a lot of top tier guys really be in heavy demand with NIL, and it's really gonna make people get in when they fit in. The only problem, this is the biggest issue with NIL. The biggest issue, which we cannot determine right now, is how does NIL deals affect the national championship and the playoffs that we see?
Explain.
We already know that you have certain schools that have a big alumni base. We got certain schools that have oil money. And without even rallying support, like I gotta say, shout out to Ruiz. I mean, he's been taking the charge on being involved with NIL. And Miami is Miami. So I would almost say that Miami is almost dormant right now. We're sleeping. Once you start to see Miami win some of those big games that we would like for them to win, I'm telling you, once we see Miami go up there and beat Clemson this year, oh, it's on. When you talk
That's
about
what we doing.
NIL,
That's what we doing.
hey, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? We got a better quarterback. We're bringing in our D line is getting all the they're getting the necessary pieces in place. Our O line is significantly better. Our secondary was significantly better, and we were watching a vanilla secondary, a vanilla defense. I just don't see that Clemson still has great 4 and 5-star running backs. They got some great receivers too, but you got to be able to be balanced in order to, especially with what Josh Gaddis is going to do with multiple formations. You got to be able to match what it is that we're going to be bringing on offense. So yeah, like I said, when Miami goes up there and beats Clemson, and oh, by the way, I am a Clemson alum. I was born and raised in Miami, but I am a Clemson alum. So there you go. So I'm being very unbiased about it.
No, you should have said that. Listen, they're saying Jordan Addison is in the transfer portal and undecided right now. And they expect Miami to make a run at him. That's great news, but that was too much USC news that came out. I don't know. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You ask me.
The same thing happened with the quarterback too. Remember when the quarterback who transferred from Oklahoma, the freshman, it was the same smoke that came out. They were like, it's pretty much a done deal. And then I guess they had to make it look like, I don't even want to say the word tampering, because then West Virginia, if there's any West Virginia fans listening, they're going to be like, see, that's exactly what y'all did. But I'm going to say they made it look like his options were open, but everybody pretty much knew where he was going. So Miami should make a run, but I don't know. $3 million in a house in California.
That's what they're reporting, bro. We don't know how true that is. That's what they're reporting. We don't know how true that really is, but that's exactly what they're reporting.
So that $3 million is more like $3.8 to $4 million at that point. Because that house in California that you haven't paid nothing for.
Somebody say right, Streeter. I was watching the Coach Hayes podcast. I don't know what they're trying to type. Hurricane Pooh, what you trying to type right here? Streeter, I was watching the Coach Hayes show. You don't think can be a difference maker? You typed it twice too, Hurricane Pooh, and you typed it wrong twice. I don't think who could be a difference maker. Anthony Mazzano, and we're about to announce this winner right here shortly. Anthony Mazzano said, "Hi guys, Where you been, Anthony? Hi, guys. Do you think that having these NIL deals actually make it easier for agents to try to get to the underclassmen and they're stable early as clients? Anthony, you must be been asleep.
I know, man.
It's over, Anthony. It's over. The damn agents ain't got dorm rooms on the campuses now. It's over.
Right.
Yeah, man. The agents paying off the cafeteria ladies to get these kids. It's over, Anthony. The agents are all in college football.
Right. We saw that with the Isaiah Wong situation. I mean, Isaiah Wong had to come out and say, my agent doesn't speak for me. It's like that. It's that competitive because that agent knew that he messed up and he wanted to retain that client. So
I was happy he said that because the agent works for you. And
right.
Real quick before we announce this, the agent works for you. You gotta understand that you employ the agent. You employ the agent, and you can negotiate whatever you want to give to him, man. You can have more than one agent. He works for you. Mm-hmm. The leverage changes when you start taking shit from him. Now you owe him. So let me make an example. Let's make an example. Let me think. This might be a
tread lightly.
A bad example. Let's say. Look at it this way. What if a friend wanted you to come pick him up for work and he stayed really far? And you're like, man, I'm not gonna do this every day. And he was like, bro, I give you $10,000 if you pick me up for the next 3 months. And you take the $10,000. Now guess what?
that's
you only got damn hook for picking him up every day. Was that a good analogy?
Absolutely.
Now you on the hook for picking him up, even after the $10,000 gone. And put this on top of it. And if you don't negotiate it right, you got to give him the goddamn $10,000 back.
Right.
So
yeah,
what I'm saying is when you start taking money for them, that switches the leverage. They work for you. Even though you don't know what the hell they doing and this and that and that, you got to educate yourself. Look, I mean, just go look at how LeBron created his team. One guy he went to high school with, the other guy was selling jerseys, and he just saw some good in them. He was like, "This is a hustling motherfucker right here." I think he could be part of the team. And he actually told his agent, "Listen, my boy is gonna work with y'all."
Yep.
For the next 2 years. Because guess what? In 2 years, we gonna be out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're the boss.
And that's what happened.
Right. Yeah, you're the boss. So yes, the agent thing, we all fearing it. Listen, when you give away your leverage, then you deserve what you get.
True.
Don't listen, you've been broke for all your life, you could be broke for another 3 months. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And it's a relationship, it's a record relationship. You hire him. You can have more than one. You're the boss. Let's get an understanding, parents and kids, of how this thing works and how you should navigate through it.
Right. You're actually creating employment opportunities.
Right. You're creating employment opportunities. Exactly. So let's go ahead and announce this thing. Listen, man, we rolled out NFTs, the football bill with all the content. We rolled out NFTs a while back. We said we were going to do it. You guys was asking us to do it. It has happened. It has started. We have 7 now, right, Rich?
Yep, we got 7 now.
I brought Rich on the team because Rich was really in wanting to get involved with the NFTs in the space. And he's been a great commodity with the team. And we said our first batch of NFTs, we were going to give away $1,000. And y'all thought we was capping. y'all thought we was capping. Y'all know, man, it's treated as cap, man. So listen, in 5 minutes, well, not 5 minutes, 2 minutes, somebody, we got a little system, a little raffle system, and I'm gonna shuffle it around 3 times. somebody's going to win $1,000. Now, anything you want to say, Rich?
Well, I want to say when you talk about utility, this is real. This is right now. And I also want to say thank you for the community for supporting us as we drop these NFTs. And I know that I dropped a couple things in the huddle today with Ice Cube and what he's doing with the big three. And this is just the beginning. So NFTs are here, but it's not a household thing yet. So for all you guys who purchase these NFTs, this is just one of many things that we're going to be doing in order to give value to the community that believes in us.
Right. Because the way we have it set up is that basically we're going to partner with a few players. We got one on the fold. We create the NFTs because I own the content. I went out decided I own the content, right? I own the content. But we have it set up to where if the player wants to partner with us, he has a portion that we'll partner with him, and now he has ownership in his own work,
in his own brand. Absolutely.
Right. And it's ownership because as the NFT, as people buy it and you trade it and you buy it, it's always residual money that comes back from the NFT. It's ownership, bro. And that's how we have it set up for anybody that wants to partner with us. Any player who we use that want to partner with us. Yeah, we got to set up to where, listen, do XYZ and we do this. And yeah, so we got to set up to where they can be a part of it, man. It's trying to do right by the community. The best we just dropped, all of those was like $48. The gas fees, gas fees can be more than that. Yeah. But Ethereum right now is at a low price, and right now would be a great time to buy an NFT or 2 or 3.
Yep.
We haven't came up with what we're going to give away this time, but we're always going to give back and give some utility. All right. So listen, I'm gonna shuffle this thing 3 times, and then whoever ends up on top. I don't know if y'all can see that, but we got Big Bunga, and then we got wallet addresses because they didn't put their name on their OpenSea account. So it's FMF4F 482133, and then we got Ross, and then we got 645C. So I'm gonna shuffle it 3 times, and whoever ends up on top, that's what it's going to be. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. And Ross ended up on top.
Congratulations, Ross.
So congratulations to Ross.
You won $1,000.
He just won $1,000 from the old Footballville, NFTville family. Have we ever told them why we started the NFTs, like the whole big picture, the plan with the crib versus? We never talked about that, huh?
We've never talked about that.
Give them a real brief summary, because I got to get out of here. And so give them a real brief summary. You got 3 minutes, Rich. Go.
Well, so we started NFTs because NFTs is a direct conduit into the metaverse space. And we, as I mentioned, I just dropped an article inside the NFT chat for IOD Squad, and we see that. I mean, we've already saw Snoop Dogg and what he's doing with metaverse. Now, Ice Cube is actually offering shares of of the big 3 of his basketball team as NFTs, which that is as innovative as you could possibly get, right? So now individuals like myself can own a part of a basketball team with an NFT. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So we've thought about South Florida and per capita how many kids come out of South Florida that go to the NFL, and all the kids that Footballville's been blessed to cover. And ultimately, we want to create a game. We want to create a game called The Crib versus Everybody, where we put up some of the greats, some of the dudes who didn't make it in the NFL, some of the guys who were stars only in high school or stars and only in college, and put them up against, you know, whether it be college teams, different high school teams, as well as teams in the NFL, and that way we not only get to see the greatness. Well, we get the world to see what we saw virtually. So
Right.
so they'll see it in a virtual format where we get to play against everybody. And I think that idea is going to be, of course, there's a lot of things that's needed in order to get that done. But I think it's going to be very unique because it tells our story in a big way. So so looking forward to rolling that out. I would say maybe in the next year to 2 years. And you guys, of course, as you buy these NFTs, then this is a big part of the utility that you have when you purchase these NFTs. So
Right.
you'll have automatic access to a lot of what we do when it comes to the metaverse.
Right. Right. You want to give away another $500, man? Or you want to pump me up on that?
Do I want to
Pump
give
my
away
brakes
another $500?
for the next round? Nah, we'll
Um,
figure something out and we'll announce it. We'll figure something out and we'll announce it.
yeah, we don't mind, of course. We got two NFTs. I think the two NFTs that we just put out, to be honest, to be honest, the two NFTs we just put out are of players that just got drafted.
Right.
So when you talk about the stock of buying an NFT going up, I think if I was an investor, an NFT investor, I would definitely look into purchasing those NFTs because the stock is going to go up. They're already in the NFL, so there's that immediate value that everybody looks for in a stock. So um, I, I wouldn't mind giving away 500. We of course have. I would say if we did that with this run, we'd probably have to add a third
We'll talk
NFT.
about it. We'll
So
talk about
yeah,
it. We'll talk about it.
but
So
but
listen,
congrats again to Ross. For real.
congrats to Ross, man. Shout out to Ross. I think Ross brought 4.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Ross. Like we said, we weren't capping, though. We weren't
Nope.
capping. And if you're sitting on 2 NFTs and then buy the 4th with the 3rd one, then you're tripping. I mean, I don't know. It was 5 people, man. You could have got in. It was 5 people.
Yeah, man.
So till next time, man. The link will be in the description. The link is pinned at the top of the YouTube. Put all the links in the description, man. And no, I don't think NIL will make kids lazy. I think they're playing football is their passion. They're just it's icing on top that they can get paid for it earlier.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the ones that are passionate about the game, it won't deter them at all. I do think what Deion Sanders said about teams without the money won't be able to compete in college football soon. And his thing is he tells his players to keep their eyes on the NFL. Yeah, Deion, because y'all probably can't compete with the big wigs when it comes to money. But yeah, but you telling kids to keep their eye on the NFL is like, ugh.
Yeah, and I would say
NFL.
Deion's argument is one that's rooted in something different. When we talk about HBCUs, HBCUs have always had a history of being underfunded, and in some cases, they had their hands tied behind their back, where they could not capitalize on some of the players that they had and the success they had in the 60s and 70s and going into the 80s. And I would say shame on the NCAA for that. But that's a whole different conversation. And I think if Deion wants to address that properly, he would go into that history as opposed to telling kids to wait on the NFL. I think that's asinine to say that because kids get hurt every single day playing the sport that they love. So your gripe, his gripe, in my opinion, is not with NIL. It's really with historically what happened to HBCUs. That's a whole different ball game. And you know, if he wants to open that can of worms, he can. But you know, I would never tell a kid within a free enterprise system, within a capitalist society, to not capitalize on their talent. I'll never tell them that.
Right. So all right, man. Listen, we appreciate y'all watching, man, and until tomorrow. We got another video to drop. With Chad Lavender, man, the fertilizer, ACL, great interview I did with a doctor, man. We interviewing doctors, man. What we on? But Rich, man, I appreciate you, bro, and we about to get up out of here, man. Don't put on tomorrow something you can do today, big dog, man. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D, and I'm out of here.